Good morning. I'm going to talk about this package that I ordered from Isons Nursery, and they are located in Georgia. These are 4 muscadines. If you don't know what a muscadine is, I'd recommend just Googling it or looking it up on YouTube. There's lots of different videos about what muscadines are. I am here in St. George, Utah, which is basically a desolate desert, but nice temperatures. And I want to try to grow some muscadines. So I ordered 4 of them from Isons, and this is the box that they came in. Fine with the packaging. Let's open it up and see what's inside. Okay, they're really stringy in there. Don't know if you can see, which is fine. I just don't want to pull it out from the top. So I'm gonna open the bottom and pull it out the bottom. Good sign and bad sign. There's already growth that is starting on these muscadines, which I was hoping to get them in the ground before they started to grow so that I could prune them back, but it feels nice and solid, good plastic. It looks wet inside, so that's good. That means that they're still alive. It's not too dry. I'm gonna take these things out and soak them in water for at least an hour before planting them. So while I get these soaked and in the water before planting, I'm going to prepare the spots, which I've dug holes for, so I can just plant them directly and stake them in. This is a blue cover. So this is supposed to help out with protecting and keeping humidity in with the muscadines. So unlike grapes, muscadines love humidity. And I'm in a very arid environment, meaning I don't get much humidity at all. I think we get 20% humidity in the monsoons. Beyond that, we're at about 5%. So it's really, really dry here, which means I need to do some good little watering and maintenance on it. But I have other trees that grow really good in humidity that seem to be going well here in St. George. So gonna put these blue wraps around each one of them. There's 4 that I purchased. Let's see which ones I've got. I've got a Paulk, a Sweet Jenny, and I forgot what the other 2 are, but they're listed down there. And I will go through and after I plant them in the ground, show you which ones are where and the reasons why I picked the ones that I did pick. All of these are table muscadines. So they can be juiced, but the flavor is best just eating them straight off the vine, which is what I prefer. And there's a good, nice length to these vines. I think the vine, personally, is more beautiful than the vine of a grape, because grapes kind of break down in their shard look on them. And this is more of like a tree type vine. So it's solid. I don't know if the anatomy of the muscadine is the same as the grape, meaning that the nutrients goes in the center instead of like a cambium layer like trees will have. I'm assuming because it's a vine, the nutrients goes down the center as opposed to a cambium layer, but I'm a little naive on that part. And I just want to plant these and try them out and see if they're good. All right, so let me get these things in the ground and we'll talk about them.
Now for the good stuff. The main difference between a grape and a muscadine is that grapes ripen in clusters and muscadines ripen individually. With this first muscadine, it is called a Sweet Jenny, and it is a bronze variety, female. And if you look here at all these vines, there's lots of different vines coming on here. I don't want all of these vines to be growing or putting energy into it. So I'm going to pick the longest vine, and then I'm going to prune everything else off so that growth comes out of that longest vine. So here I even prune the smaller little sets going off the side of the main vine. So allows it to focus on growth. Now the Sweet Jenny is a very large, delicious fruit, very vigorous on the vine, and a constant producer of excellent quality and taste. The Sweet Jenny contains 23% sugar and has edible skin, very disease resistant, ripens in the mid-season, and was developed by Isons Nursery. Here I am getting the blue X plant shelter ready. Roll it up and you stick it into that nice blue sleeve and stick it over the secured muscadine to a vertical support. The second one is a Hall muscadine, which is a bronze self-fertile variety. So I had a female, now a self-fertile, and you need the self-fertile to be able to help pollinate the female variety. This one actually was created by the University of Georgia. It is a large, early ripening vine with beautiful golden yellow skin. The vine is vigorous and disease resistant, and it's a heavy bearer. It does contain 18% sugar and has a high dry scar percentage, which is a good thing if you're wanting to market it, but I don't care about doing that. It is sweet and excellent in terms of flavor, which is another reason why I got it. I already have about 7 grapevines, and so I wanted to try out some muscadines. I've never had them before, but I want to try them out. So that's why I bought these. Now I've planted these into the ground the same way I've planted any other tree or vine, and I mostly mix sand into the soil to allow them to go deep. And then I put mulch on the top, giving it about a 4-inch depth of mulch to insulate it from the awesome heat that we get here in St. George. This third one is the Sugargate muscadine, and it is the earliest ripening black muscadine that is a female variety. It has a good amount of flavor and a large variety with edible skin. The muscadine is very vigorous and disease resistant, and it was created by Isons Nursery. In fact, Greg Isons said if he was asked which is his favorite muscadine, it would be a Sugargate. So here I did the same thing with all the other muscadines, where I just pruned them down to one single vine and secured them to a vertical mast so that they could climb up to the top of the trellis. And then I will run them and train them to go down the trellis, which ultimately will happen next year. And they all get that nice blue X shelter going around them. This last one is the Paulk. Bad thing is the Paulk didn't make it, so I had to get a replacement that I will plant this next spring. Paulk, it is black and self-fertile. It is the first self-fertile cultivar where the berry has continued to be large over time, large fruit, consistent high yields, very sweet, good vigor, mid to late season, and it was released from the University of Georgia. So it was a nice long one, but for some reason it didn't want to take. Here I'm just showing the video of what they look like in the blue X shelters, and they work. They keep humidity in there really good, especially in our dry, arid environment. But going to try these things out, hopefully in the next couple of years, and see how good they taste. Isons Nursery has a lot of good videos that you can refer to on how to train your stuff, or what varieties are good or okay, good for marketing, commercial purposes, or personal use. So I hope that this video was very informative. Isons was great to work with, and I will continue to work with them in the future. Thanks, and have a great and stellar day.